What if you could grow more bushels without spending more money per acre? That's exactly what we want to show you at A Better Way to Farm Field Days. You'll walk the field, see the results, and learn what you could be doing differently on your own farm. If you're looking for a way to lower your cost per bushel and put more money in your pocket, come see it for yourself. We're going to be in Gilmore City, Iowa, August 22nd, Castelia, Iowa, August 22nd, Oshkosh, Wisconsin, August 29th, Chamberlain, South Dakota, September 1st, Mason City, Iowa, September 2nd, Stewart, Minnesota, September 3rd, Martville, New York, September 11th, Dakota, Minnesota, September 12th, Charlotte, Michigan, September 12th, and Kingsville, Ohio, September 17th. We look forward to seeing you there.
Farmers today are facing rising costs, volatile markets, and extreme weather. The Better Way to Farm podcast digs into strategies to help you take control of farm inputs and maximize profit so your farm can thrive for generations. Remember to take advantage of our free resources at abetterwaytofarm.com. Now, from America's Heartland, here's your host.
If plant and pray is your farm plan, it's time to make a change. Hey, Rod here at A Better Way to Farm, where we improve yields and increase profits. And we're going to talk about making some changes here. So guys, the bottom line is this. The stakes are different right now. Farming has always been a risky business. But right now, there is very little room for error. Inputs are expensive. Equipment is expensive. Interest is expensive. Land and rent are not getting cheaper. And the price we're getting for our crop may not leave us much breathing room. A mistake that used to hurt for a year can now wipe out your entire operation. You can raise a good crop and still wonder, where did all the money go? Next year is not the year to throw everything out there and hope the bushels bail you out. Plant and pray might have gotten you by before. However, it's a very dangerous business plan today. Farmers are tired of working this hard to just break even. Oh, you're putting in the hours, you're carrying all the risk, you're making all the payments, you're dealing with the weather, and some years it feels like everyone is making money off of your farm except you. The seed gets paid, the fertilizer gets paid, the chemicals get paid, the crop insurance gets paid, the equipment gets paid, the bank gets paid, and the farmer gets whatever's left over, if anything. And that's a hard way to run a business, especially when your family's legacy is tied to it. We cannot just sit and hope for $7 corn. When the margins get tight, it's really easy to think, man, if corn would just go back up. And maybe it will, and maybe it won't. You can't build your entire plan around something that you have no control over. You can't control Chicago, the weather, or the interest rates. But you can control what it costs you to produce a bushel. If your farm only turns a profit when commodity prices are high, we have a problem. There's no money left for because we always have. When margins were bigger, maybe you could get away with some waste. Today, dollars and cents matter more than ever. We've always put this on, is not good enough anymore. The co-op recommended it, is not good enough anymore. Dad always did it this way. Doesn't tell us whether it makes money today. Go through your program and ask. 1, why am I spending this? 2, what is it doing? 3, can I measure the return? And 4, is there a better way? It's not about cheaper inputs per unit. It's about only applying what the crop needs and using readily available products. You cannot afford to find out next October. One of the biggest problems with plant and pray farming is that you don't know something went wrong until it's over with. You get in the combine and say, well, I thought that field would do better. That's too late. When the margins are this tight, you need information while you can still act on it. What is the plant telling you? What nutrients are actually getting into it? Where are you deficient? What can you correct? Tissue testing and in-season management aren't about spending more money. They're about making better decisions with the money you're already spending. More bushels won't fix bad economics. Farmers have been taught to chase yield, but the bank doesn't deposit bushels, it deposits dollars. You can raise the biggest crop you've ever raised and still struggle financially. The question isn't just what did it yield, but ask, what did each bushel cost me? A farmer producing fewer bushels at a much better margin may be in a stronger position. The goal isn't the biggest yield at any cost. The goal is profitable production. You need to know where your money is going. Now is the time to know your numbers. Not approximately, not what you think they are, but actually know them. Know what needs to happen for every field to make money. Because when margins are thin, little leaks can sink a big ship. Don't panic and cut everything out either. Tight margins make people want to slash expenses, and that can be just as dangerous. The cheapest program isn't automatically the most profitable program. We can't starve a crop trying to save our way into profitability. Instead, we need to get very intentional. We need to cut waste. We need to keep what produces a return and get rid of what doesn't. We need to test whatever we're not sure about. So what do? We can start small. We leave check strips. We measure everything. We're not trying to just spend less to spend less. We're trying to make more money. This is about keeping the farm. This conversation is bigger than fertilizer yield or one bad year. For a lot of farmers, this is the land their dad, their grandpa, their great-grandpa, and possibly even generations before that have farmed. And if you want your kids to have the opportunity to farm it someday, the goal isn't simply getting through another growing season. The goal is building a farm that can go on no matter what the markets do. A farm that's still here for the next generation. So here's our challenge. I believe in prayer firmly. However, faith doesn't mean ignoring the responsibility that we've been given. So our challenge is to pray like it depends on God, manage like we've been entrusted with something very valuable. Stop waiting for the market to save us or for the perfect growing season. Know our numbers, question our expenses, and measure everything that we're doing. And then make changes where needed. Because with margins where they are today, you can't afford to plan it and pray that everything works out. Your farm, your family, and your future are worth managing better than that. Guys, these are interesting times that we are in, and we want to encourage you that this is the time to buckle down and pay attention to everything. Fundamentally, we believe there are no small decisions. And sometimes it's those things that we think that are small decisions that make the biggest difference. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And by the way, we still have some field days coming up. And if you'd be interested in going to one of those where you can actually watch us play show and tell and ask all the questions that you want, we would love that. Reach out to us. You can text Karen at 641-919-5570. Just text her the words field day and she'll get you a list of where we're going to be. We appreciate you tuning in as always. We'd love to get to be a little bitty part of your life, and thank you for your time. We know that it's valuable. So until we meet again, we want to wish you a better day.